San Francisco has plenty of stars on the offense and defensive side of the ball, and no matter where you look, it seems like there's a new star emerging. And in today's video, I want to talk about one of those guys who's really impressed me this year, and that's Lenor. Which hasn't always been the case for me, because last year I remember Lenor giving up a couple of big plays, but this year he seems to be making those big plays. One of the biggest plays that Lenor has made this entire season has came in this last game against the Browns. The Niners desperately needed a turnover, and well, Lenor delivered. He got in the wide receiver's face and basically challenged him to beat him. And then the wide receiver didn't. Lenor ran the wide receiver's route better than he even could and high stepped at the end. This is exactly why I love seeing out of a corner. A guy that's aggressive with the ball in there, and this entire year, Lenor has been aggressive with the ball in there. At times, he'll give up a play, but I'm loving how he's going up and getting it. Rewinding now to week 2, this is Lenor's first interception of the year. He is in press man coverage, which is something Steve Wilks is utilizing a ton this year. And Lenor kind of fits it perfectly, despite his below average stature for a corner. He gets in the wide receiver's face, presses him, and then reads the route, jumps the ball, and causes a huge turnover. And I just can't emphasize how much I enjoy seeing corners going up and getting the ball when it's in the air. A big reason why I love this aggression is that often leads to good things, even if your corner is not coming away with the interception. It's either going to be a bat down, or in this example on week 5 against the Cowboys, Lenor's able to tip the ball up in the air when he jumps this route, which leaves it perfect for Fred Warner to come down with and run back a little bit. This is a play by a corner who has a ton of confidence and I think has kind of been coached up since Steve Wilks has arrived on the scene. While having elite coverage skills and ball skills are great for corners, you also need to know how to tackle, especially on the Niners defense. And Lenor never looks fearful and often even lays out a hit on running backs, wide receivers. He doesn't care. He's willing to sacrifice his body and make a play. Additionally, when we look at this week 1 matchup against the New York Giants, we see Lenor in deep coverage and he plays it perfectly. Last year, I would have to say this was my biggest concern for Lenor, is how he'd get this down. And well, he looks like he's made the step in the right direction. He's worked on his weakness, and now it appears that he's not getting burned as frequently deep. We need to see how it plays out throughout the rest of the year, but I have to say, I think the pairment of Lenor and Steve Wilks has been great. Lenor's called Steve Wilks the godfather of all DBs, and I think oftentimes you just need the right coach for the right player, and it seems like Steve Wilks knows how to get the most out of his players on defense. I mean, even Ambry Thomas is playing decent. And when I look at Lenor, he's someone that's always had a strong work ethic. And you have to, being in the 5th round, fighting your way for a starting job on an NFL team. And not just any NFL team, a Super Bowl roster. And well, I think he's kicked up his game to a whole new level with Steve Wilks coming in. He's able to pick his knowledge and really understand what he needs to do to fit Steve Wilks' scheme perfectly. And so far, he's doing everything the Niners ask and keeps addressing his weaknesses. Last year, I had questions about his deep coverage. Seems like he's addressed it this year, so I have to give him props where props are due. But these are just my thoughts about Lenor. I'd like to hear your thoughts down below, and I'd also like to hear what players have kind of shocked you this year. It would also mean a ton to me if you liked and subscribe, and as always, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.